Hello and welcome to the Quever channel. I am Jason, your host, and we are going on a little run to Tesco. It's rainy, it's wet, it's 10 degrees, so it's a bit warmer than it was yesterday. It's 8:32 and normal UK weather. It's December the 1st. Wow. I hope everybody's having a good day and has a reason to smile. Why do I always say that? Because I've seen a lot of shit in my life. I've seen a lot of darkness, I've seen a lot of pain, I've watched people die. I know what the world can be like. And I deal with my own stuff, I cope with it. I've got pretty good coping mechanisms for trauma and damage and pain. I'm always more concerned about other people. I'm always more hoping that no one else is dealing with the crap I am, even though I know they are. I know that the world can be a very bad place. And so when I say I hope you have a reason to smile, it's genuine. It's just me hoping that you have a reason to smile today, that there's something in your life that makes you happy, that brings you joy, that you have a relationship, that you have someone you care for. Because it matters. It really does. We can't fix the big stuff mostly. It's the very rare people who can actually fix the big stuff solo. It's one of the reasons we have so many superhero stories in the West, and that we hope, we wish, we dream for these singular people who will fix everything. Now, I'm not saying people can't make a difference. Oh, they can. Really can. Well, you're always better as a team that you can trust, or with friends. Even the most introvert people, a person like me, I want to be in my safe space away from everybody I don't know. It's always nice to find a community, to find people out there. The weird ones, the strange ones, the interesting ones. It's crazy. I was talking on X Twitter. Yeah, always happy about people who let me cross. And how it's really strange to me how some men act, not all men, but some men spend their entire life trying to belittle women, trying to make them less. It's like they've got such a fragile ego, and I've experienced men like this who have to be better than the woman they're with. They can't handle if their partner earns more than them. They can't handle if their partner knows more than them, or is competent, or is intelligent, or has abilities. I've always found this very odd. And I think that kind of relationship is always more prone to cheating. Because once you pigeonhole the partner that you're with, and you're so much better than them in your eyes, then why would they be your focus? It would become boring. You see, no one's perfect. Nobody has a perfect relationship. But I always felt one of the most sexy things in the world was intelligence and ability. I mean, seriously. if I could find a woman or partner who could handle my issues and also was someone who was intelligent and excelled in whatever field they were in, that would be, to me, that's like sexy as fucking hell. That's amazing. I've always said that Paola was good at sometimes things and I was better at others. I never ever felt in any way made to feel vulnerable or my ego screwed with by the fact that she was far better shot than me in Counter-Strike, that she was an excellent killer in that game and annoyed the hell out of a lot of people, especially when they found out she was a girl, which is why she spent most of her time pretending to be a guy online. Back then we didn't have as much voice chat and that, so it was easier. But no, I always supported and fucking loved everything that Paola was good at. And she thought she was the same about me for anything that I was better at. There was never this really, it was never a fucking power dynamic or whatever they want to call it. And that's always seemed odd to me. If you're with someone you care about, then you should be happy when they do well. You should be part of the support. Of course, this doesn't mean you become invisible, and it doesn't mean that it has to go two ways. You can't have it going completely one way. But yeah. I talk about Paola a lot, not because I'm still besotted with her, or I haven't moved on in that way. I've had relationships since Paola. It's just Paola is my example for a kick-ass woman. The biggest compliment I can give to a girlfriend, and that is, my wife would have liked you. I mean, some people might find that weird, but yeah. That's the best compliment I'll ever give someone. It's like when I have a friend, my brain says, okay, would I trust this person? Would I have trust Paola with this person? And that's usually as much as I ever need to know about a person, if I can say yes to that. For me, relationships, what fits me is like online. Connecting with someone online to me is almost as close as I get usually. Yes, I have people who have met online who've come to my house and all that, but it's funny, my connection with people online, as long as they're who they are and just being honest, then I bond with them, I connect with them as much as if I was in the same room. The thing is, in the modern day and age, relationships can be very different. Long distance relationships can work so much better these days. There is so much you can do. You can game together, you can spend time in Discord, you can watch films together, you can order each other takeout, you can do so much. You can buy each other's gifts on Amazon and have them delivered. You can fucking do so much that you can do in real life. Of course, there's the obvious of holding each other and stuff like that you can't do. But I've found the connection with people online can be just as strong. No, let's see how many of these vehicles are on the pavement and will cause me issues. Just making sure. I could go on the road, but that road is a no entry. Right, let's get over here. So, for those that don't know, if you're watching my videos for the first time, I am in a Quingo, a pretty much awesome mobility scooter which has the full canopy to deal with the rain and the weather. Of course I will be getting rid of this soon, and I'm going to have a full cabin scooter. See, I can walk, I can think it isn't physical the reason that I need a mobility scooter. It's just my brain doesn't deal with the outside world. I can go catatonic if I'm outside of my safe space very easily. You see, that is a problem. I could be crossing a road. I could be walking down a street, and all of a sudden my brain would disassociate and go in drift in a different direction. This can be a bad thing, but if I'm holding someone's hand, if I'm with someone, then I can handle being outside. But you don't, at 55, you don't really have that many people in your life you can walk around holding their hands. And because of my autism and everything, I don't know many people in real life anyway. I've got a couple of really good real life friends, but apart from that, it's not really possible. But when we decided to get me a mobility scooter, I realised that because a mobility scooter is technology, and I have this affinity for technology, I was able to turn this into my safe space. I've gone over 953 miles as of today in this mobility, whereas before I would probably leave the house only 2 or 3 times for a hospital CT scan or an appointment that I couldn't do with the phone. That was my life. And now, whenever I want to go out, I can just go out. This vehicle has let me just check something. Has a 50 miles range. It can go on the road, and it's called a class 3 vehicle, so I can go on the road and go places via that. It has limitations though, which will be solved by my new one. As you can tell, the visibility isn't brilliant, and if I turn the lights on, which I prefer to have the lights on, if I wasn't making a video I'd have the light. It's got running lights, what we're called running lights, but not very thingy. But if I turn the lights on, you'll notice that my visibility outside lessens because the running light is inside the canopy. It's a design flaw. It's given me a new lease on life, so I love it. And we just go on our little explores and have little vlogs. So all I'm going to do is go to the Tesco. Tesco is a really nice supermarket which has really wide places, so I don't have to get out of this. See, the whole point is Tesco's are public places with people in are crazy for me, or not good, or terrifying. Chance of me disconnecting or becoming overwhelmed. I mean, I've always got my thingies on, my headphones, my noise cancelling headphones at all the time. That, being around people, but being on this scooter allows me to have like a defined going to go this way. It has a 640 watt 4-pole motor, top speed of about 8 miles an hour. It has one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in, better than my gaming chair. It does have limitations. Like I said, the lighting system, the visibility at night through the lighting on it isn't very good for night time. You see, with all the problems I've faced in my life and being shut in, even though I love my safe space upstairs, my computers, my VR and everything, I don't want weather or time of day to ever be a factor again in my life if I want to leave the house. So that's one of the reasons I'm going for a different scooter. These videos go on for about 20 minutes. Let me show you how. I never like to cross on one of these crossings until it says, I'm in no rush. I am in no rush at all. Why is it not doing what it's supposed to? The whole point is it hasn't gone to green. It's still telling me to stop here. Seriously, why hasn't it gone? We're still stuck here. Am I going to do another video after this? Yes, I am. I just want to cross now. I'm getting antsy. I don't like being stuck still in one spot for too long. We can do it. We can do it. Vroom, vroom. Come on. There's got to be a way of... Why isn't this working? That doesn't make sense. Why is that? I'm wondering if this crossing signal isn't working right. Because... Oh, now finally. Finally it did the thing. Finally. When I was just about to turn away and go across somewhere else, I thought the system was broken. No, it was just being annoying. So I want to talk about my plans for the end of the year. So what I'm going to do is stop this video now before it cuts off. It always cuts off about 10 minutes. So bye bye for now.